There's a lot of reasons I meditate, like wanting to bring more calm and peace to my life, control anger and being mean or grumpy towards others, understanding my own suffering and discomfort, gaining better concentration, and also preparing myself for death and loss, which are inevitable in life. Sitting quietly in meditation can sometimes seem daunting, and I think part of that is the deep desire to always be making steady progress, to always be accomplishing something tangible. But even if you're doing a kind of meditation designed to get you into a specific type of experience, like transcendental meditation, chances are you won't be able to recreate that experience every time. And so what if you can? For me, meditation isn't about fulfilling that human desire to manifest a guaranteed experience, a repeatable experience, to get somewhere. It's about examining my reality and trying to understand what is really going on so that I can apply that to my daily life. Life can sometimes appear random or out of control. One moment I might be feeling great, and the next moment angry or upset. And there sometimes doesn't seem to be a reason behind it. It appears random. The reason it appears random, I'm saying, and this is something you have to test for yourself, is because so much of our moment-to-moment experience we aren't aware of, and we don't remember it happening. And this seems weird, no? That there might be a lot of things happening to us that we are reacting to and that is impacting us, but that we forget about almost instantly, or weren't even aware of in the first place. If it's true, then it means that so much of my life is beyond my perception and my control, and I don't even know what is causing what. How can a meditation practice help with this? The technique of mindfulness that I practice involves cultivating an awareness of what experiences are happening, developing a witness or an observer, like a muscle. The technique is simple. Sit comfortably in a place you hopefully won't be disturbed, and observe whatever comes up in your mind, and make a mental note of it. That's it. I like to concentrate on 4 types of experience. Sensations. A warm sensation on my skin, a cool sensation, a tickling sensation, itching, pain, pleasure, tightness, sounds I might hear. Basically any sensation that my body's senses are receiving and that seems to be arising in this moment. Making a note, this is a sensation of pain. This is what warmth feels like. Feelings. Happy feelings, sad feelings, anger, anxiety, calm, agitation, any kind of positive, negative, or neutral feelings that arise. And making a note of it. This is a happy, nice feeling. This is a sad, painful feeling. This is what it feels like. Thoughts. Thoughts about what you should be doing. Thoughts about your life. Thoughts about others. Thoughts about whatever. When they arise, you just note, this is a thought, or this is a thought about. Desires. Wanting to get up, wanting to open your eyes, wanting to call your friend, wanting to be a better person, wanting to scratch an itch, wanting to be happy, wanting to see God. You just make a note, I can see this desire arising in me now. So it's just sitting and observing whatever comes up as it comes up, becoming aware of it, seeing and feeling the shape of the experience, and then letting it pass away for the next experience to arise in its place. Experiences like anxiety or happiness, or remembered experience from the past, or worries of the future, or perceptions about yourself, these might all feel very powerful and uncontrollable, sort of like an impenetrable rock, something that can't be changed or moved, and that just affects your life, weighs you down maybe. The reality, though, at least in my experience, is that the actual moment-to-moment experience is more like fine, subtle threads, like spider webs, that we're constantly walking into and getting wrapped around our face and tangled in our clothes. That tangling in so much threads can become overwhelming, but the actual moment-to-moment experience is just fine and subtle threads brushing against us, experiences. And if we can become fine-tuned and aware of all of this subtle experience, we can learn how to brush away the threads before we get too tangled up in them. Sensations, feelings, thoughts, and desires. This is really a practice of bringing us into the here and now, the present. It's also a practice in being honest. You can't lie to yourself. You can only examine what is and make a note of it. Third, it is also a practice of acceptance of what is, an acceptance of who you are in this moment, an acceptance of what is happening, a lessening of the persistent and powerful need to constantly be trying to get somewhere. Instead, if there is a desire to get somewhere, you note it. This is a desire to get somewhere. If something arises that you dislike, note that. This is something that has arisen, and there's a feeling of dislike. It will pass, and allow it to pass, and on to the next experience. You can also start to investigate how these arising and falling experiences fit together, how one experience leads into the next. For example, you might find that the sensation of hearing your phone make a noise causes a thought like, I wonder if someone texted me, which causes a feeling of excitement to arise, which is followed by a desire to open your eyes and pick up your phone, which leads to a thought, no, I'm supposed to be meditating, which leads to a feeling of anxiety. The Buddha described these kinds of sequences over 2,000 years ago, and you might discover something similar or something different in your meditation. The description the Buddha gave is roughly as follows. 1. Ignorance of the true nature of the world leads us to find ourselves in a world we don't understand and find dissatisfactory and unpleasant at times. 2. Moving through this world with ignorance, we build structures, relationships with the world, karma, that sticks with us and repeats itself again and again. 3. These relationships, or karma, leads us to have uncontrolled contact with the world, experiences. 4. This contact with the world comes in the form of sensations, body sensations, visual sensations, auditory, taste, or thoughts. 5. These sensations give rise to feelings in us, positive feelings, negative feelings, or neutral feelings. 6. These feelings cause desires and wants to arise in us, wanting to hold on to the good feelings, wanting to run away from the negative feelings. 7. These desires cause us to act with intention, which in turn lays down more structure and creates more karma. You don't have to worry about all of this. Really, you can start with, as I said, just becoming aware of what is arising and making a note of it, trying to tune into the subtle nature of what is happening in this moment, and how it might be connected to the previous moment and to the next moment, resting into the stability and comfort of simply observing what is.